In my last video, I asked a question that I think was on everybody's lips. Who is the queen of Disney Channel? And we discussed it in this video here. But this time around, I wanted to answer a question that nobody cares about at all. Who is the king of Disney Channel? Welcome back to my channel. I was away for 2 weeks. I took a hiatus. I needed it. I went to Japan for 2 weeks. I tried to find the Harajuku girls and I failed. They're still trapped in Gwen Stefani's basement. We're coming for you. Doing research for this video, I came to the quick realization that there were many viable candidates, and that is going to make a very intriguing video. Before I get into it, I'm going to quickly once again lay out the groundwork of what I will be considering in the criteria for who is the king of Disney Channel. Importantly, it is just about the careers of these people throughout their tenure at Disney Channel, nothing before, nothing after. An amendment that I'm going to be making from my previous video is that you guys said that voice work should be considered part of the criteria. My original opinion was that I don't think anybody truly cared that certain actors were voicing an animated character on a TV show. A lot of you disagreed with me and thought that it should be considered, so I'm making an amendment and I'm going to be including it in the criteria a lot more heavily than I did in the last one. So with that being said, let's get into it. I want to start off this list with someone that I don't think a lot of people know about, and that is Ryan Merriman. Ryan Merriman? Ian Thomas from Pretty Little Liars, let's keep it real.
I know you want to kiss me.
So Ryan Merriman starred in 3 different Disney Channel original movies. Not many people have done that. Ryan's first Disney Channel movie was Smart House in 1999. It also starred Katie Sagal, and to be quite honest, I haven't seen it, but I know what it's about. It's about a smart house.
The concept for the video Circus is basically about, a circus.
Ryan's second Disney Channel original movie was The Luck of the Irish in 2001, where he turned into a leprechaun. Yeah. And finally, his final movie was A Ring of Endless Light in 2002. I haven't seen any of these movies. It was a little bit before my time, but I wanted to start off this list with this person because I think they made a significant contribution to the channel for the time that they were on it. Maybe this isn't fair, but I don't think they're the king of Disney Channel. Moving on. Now, this person I don't think has a and you're watching Disney Channel 1 sequence, but I am talking about Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf's only contribution to the Disney Channel was Even Stevens, plus the movie that came along with it. But I feel like I need to include Shia LaBeouf in this list because I think he probably was at the time the biggest star on Disney Channel. Even though he only did 1 television show and the movie was a part of that 1 television show, I still feel like he needs to be included on this list. However, once again, in the grand scheme of things and the people that I will be talking about, he is not the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to Raviv Ullman, also known as
Hey, I'm Ricky Ullman, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm not sure if they forced him to change his name for the Disney Channel to give him a more westernized name. I'm not sure if he picked that by choice, I don't know, but currently he's going by Raviv, not Ricky. And Raviv starred as Phil on Phil of the Future from 2004 to 2006, and also the Disney Channel original movie Pixel Perfect. I've also not seen this film. It was still a little bit before my time. Once again, it was around that time, I guess, when Disney Channel made a lot of this is what the future's gonna be like movies. But I think for the time, Raviv was a significant player on the Disney Channel. I think he was one of the only male leads on a Disney Channel show at the time. So for the time, he would have been massive on the Disney Channel. However, considering him within the realm of people that I'm going to be talking about, I don't think he did enough on the Disney Channel or stayed on the channel long enough to be considered the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to a contender for king.
Hi, I'm Kyle Massey from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Kyle Massey's filmography on Wikipedia is mainly Disney Channel stuff, which basically gives you an indication that they are a contender for king. Kyle Massey got his start on the Disney Channel in 2003 playing Corey Baxter on That's So Raven. I love That's So Raven. It's probably my favorite Disney Channel show. I've seen that series multiple times, and Kyle Massey was a fantastic actor. He had really great comedic timing. He was a fantastic actor on that show, especially for his age, and he was an integral part of that show to the point that he got a spin-off, Corey in the House, in 2007, which did not perform as well. But if my memory is correct, I think it was the first spin-off Disney Channel show that they ever did. And the fact that Disney Channel execs saw Kyle Massey as a great representation for the channel. Besides That's So Raven and Cory in the House, Kyle Massey also starred in the movie Life is Rough in 2005, had one of the main voice roles in Fish Hooks, and had a recurring voice role in American Dragon Jake Long. He also sung the theme song for Yin Yang Yo. So basically from when Kyle Massey started on the Disney Channel in 2003 with That's So Raven to when Fish Hooks ended in 2014, Kyle Massey was on the Disney Channel pretty much for 11 years, which is an incredibly long time. He is a contender for King of Disney Channel. Moving on to Kyle Massey's co-star on That's So Raven.
Yo, what's up? I'm Orlanda Brown from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Orlando played Eddie on That's So Raven, Raven's best friend. Well, that's another thing, like you can't really have two best friends. Let's just say Raven had two close friends. On top of that, Orlando did contribute to music on the Disney Channel as well as the theme song for That's So Raven. Besides Orlando's role on That's So Raven, Orlando also had voice roles on The Proud Family and Fillmore. He was also featured on Lizzie McGuire and Phil of the Future, so he was definitely making the rounds on the channel. However, compared to Kyle Massey's contribution to the Disney Channel, I think it's fair to say that Kyle beats him out, so he's not a true contender for King of Disney Channel. Moving on to a dynamic duo of golden locks and blue eyes.
Hi, I'm Dylan Sprouse. I'm Cole Sprouse, and you're watching Disney Channel.
So Dylan and Cole Sprouse started their careers on Disney Channel starring as Zac and Cody in The Sweet Life of Zac and Cody. That show was mega successful for the channel. It not only catapulted Dylan and Cole to superstardom, but also the other characters including Brenda Song and Ashley Tisdale. Sweet Life of Zac and Cody was so successful that they got a spin-off, Sweet Life on Deck, from 2008 to 2011, and that also included a movie. They got a movie. But besides that, they didn't really make the rounds on the Disney Channel, besides a voice role as Zim and Zam on The Emperor's New School. Some of you may be quickly thinking in your heads, they also made that movie, The Prince and the Pauper. I did a quick Google of it. It doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but I don't think it was a Disney Channel original movie. It says distributed by Sony Pictures, which is not Disney. Even though they did not make the rounds and do several projects on the Disney Channel, I don't want to diminish their contribution. They are definitely in the running for Kings of Disney Channel. They played the same character from 2005 to 2011 because the shows that they made were so successful and so popular. I think The Sweet Life on Deck was like the highest viewed, highest rated show on the Disney Channel at the time. That's how successful those two twins were. And I think it's kind of like Miley Cyrus only playing Hannah Montana on the Disney Channel. She didn't do anything else. I mean, she also released music, which the twins did not do. Not everybody can have multi-platinum records. Just the mere fact alone that they were able to be so popular just playing one character and doing, let's just call it the same television show for 6 to 7 years, speaks a lot to their popularity. They are definitely in the running for Kings of Disney Channel. Moving on to someone that surprisingly had a very long career on the Disney Channel that I forgot a lot about, and I'm talking about...
I'm Mitchell Musso from Hannah Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel.
So when I say Mitchell Musso, you instantly think, oh yeah, they got their start as Oliver Oaken on Hannah Montana. No, they starred in Life is Rough with Kyle Massey back in 2005. A year before, he landed the role of Oliver Oaken on the Disney Channel. Furthermore, while playing the role of Oliver Oaken, he also starred in the Disney Channel original movie Hatching Pete with Jason Dolley. Hannah Montana was one of the longest running programs on the Disney Channel for its time. They did change it to Hannah Montana Forever, but I don't think it's to the same extent as Sweet Life of Zac and Cody to Sweet Life on Deck. There was a big change with that, brand new characters. Hannah Montana Forever was basically Hannah Montana, but she moved house, right? So, however, Mitchell Musso did not really appear on the final season of Hannah Montana. He was only kind of like a guest star on the final season of Hannah Montana, but do you want to know why? Because he landed another project on Pair of Kings as one of the main characters. Mitchell Musso was booked and busy, baby, on the Disney Channel. He was jumping from project to project to project. Unfortunately, Mitchell Musso was fired from Pair of Kings in 2011 because of a DUI charge and was replaced with Adam Hicks, who also had his run-ins with the law later down the line. Obviously, being on the show Pair of Kings has some sort of curse attached to it. Pair of Kings is a cursed show. Furthermore, Mitchell Musso was the host of Prank Stars, which was basically Punk'd but on the Disney Channel, where Mitchell Musso was behind the scenes pranking other Disney Channel stars, which he was also let go of with the DUI charge. Furthermore though, Mitchell Musso had a voice role on Phineas and Ferb playing Jeremy. And fun fact, from reading his Wikipedia, Mitchell Musso voiced Aang on Avatar: The Last Airbender in the unaired original pilot episode. That is so cool. Anyway, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. On top of that, Mitchell Musso released several bops with the Disney Channel. A lot of them were featured on other Disney Channel original movie soundtracks. For example, Princess Protection Program, The Girl Can't Help It, and that one song on the Hannah Montana soundtrack that he also sung on the show.
Need a kick drum. A guitar now.
Wow, he's really good. Yeah, great.
That was also a bop. He also released a self-titled album in 2009, which I'm not sure about the commercial performance of because Wikipedia starts talking about Caitlin the soundtrack, which was a successful album in itself, but it's not a Mitchell Musso album. But summing all of this up, Mitchell Musso was busy on the Disney Channel, and he must have been, in Disney Channel's eyes, amazing representation and almost like the face of the channel. Could he be the king? Let's keep going. Moving on to Mitchell Musso's co-star on Hannah Montana.
I'm Jason Earles from Hannah Montana. That's a keeper, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Jason Earles also did not make his start on Hannah Montana. He actually started his Disney Channel career on Phil of the Future, playing this character Grady in 2 episodes. However, from then he landed the role of Jackson, playing Miley's brother on Hannah Montana throughout the whole show. So from 2006 to 2011. He also had a role in the movie Dad Napped in 2009. When Hannah Montana came to an end in 2011, Jason Earles quickly picked up the steam and got a role as one of the main characters in Kickin' It on Disney XD. From here on, I will be considering Disney XD shows basically the same as Disney Channel shows. He was on the damn Disney Channel forever. I think everyone has heard of that joke of Jason Earles being like anciently old, like he was like 50 years old when he started playing Jackson on Hannah Montana. This kid has almost felt like he's been on the Disney Channel longer than I have been alive on this earth. He has been on it for a long time because the list goes on. He had voice roles in Shorty McShortshorts, Yin Yang Yo, 2 episodes of Fish Hooks, Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, and Vampirina, which I've never heard of, but it was on Disney Channel. Furthermore, Jason has made guest appearances on Best Friends Whenever in 2016, Just Roll With It in 2020, as well as High School Musical, the musical, the series in 2022. He's basically still affiliated with the Disney Channel to this day. So he has been with the channel for 17 years. Give or take. That is a long damn time. His career with the Disney Channel is, I think, longer than any other person that I'm going to be talking about on this list. So he is a contender for king. Moving on to someone that was too famous to have a, and you're watching Disney Channel Wand ad break video.
Everybody's always talking at me.
Zac Efron. Zac Efron starred as Troy Bolton in the High School Musical movies. We're only going to count High School Musical 1 and 2 on this list because the third one was in cinema, icon status. However, Zac Efron also had a guest spot on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody where he played like a quick little love interest for Ashley Tisdale, which is kind of weird considering their history with the movies, but yeah, and he also had a voice role on The Replacements. Furthermore, he also obviously did music with the Disney Channel. He sung Troy Bolton's parts in the High School Musical movie soundtracks. However, we cannot forget Drew Seeley's contribution to the first movie and the soundtrack and the tour that they did without Zac Efron because I guess he couldn't hit the damn notes. And that's kind of where Zac Efron's career ends with the Disney Channel. So it's kind of brief. Zac Efron is not the king of Disney Channel, he just didn't do enough. Let's move on to his co-star.
Hi, I'm Corbin Bleu from High School Musical 3 senior year. 2 points. You're watching Disney Channel.
I did a quick Google, like, was Corbin Bleu named after Cordon Bleu? Like, the pun just seems right there. And I couldn't get a quick answer on the matter. I don't know, but all I know is that Brenda should pass the plate. Brenda Song will be passing the plate to Corbin Bleu for some Cordon Bleu. So Corbin played Chad in the High School Musical series and High School Musical 1 and High School Musical 2, and he also made a guest appearance in High School Musical, the musical, the series, way later down in the line. Just a quick side note, I just realized High School Musical, the musical, the series was never on Disney Channel. So maybe I shouldn't be including it at all. Doesn't matter. Besides his contribution to the High School Musical series, he also starred in Jump In, which was another awesome Disney Channel original movie, which had a killer song, Push It to the Limit. Furthermore, he also guest starred on Hannah Montana, playing Miley's crush in the first episode, so he was getting booked and busy. He also had a voice role on Phineas and Ferb. Regarding his music, he obviously contributed to the High School Musical soundtracks as well as other Disney soundtracks. He also released 2 albums under Hollywood Records while at his time with the Disney Channel. So comparatively, Corbin's contribution to the Disney Channel compared to Zac's is a lot greater, but neither are kings of Disney Channel, unfortunately. Let's move on. We've talked about a dynamic duo, but what about a dynamic trio?
Hi there. We're the Jonas Brothers. And you're watching Disney Channel.
So before the Jonas Brothers even made a physical appearance on the Disney Channel, they were featured in Disney soundtracks. However, while with Columbia Records, they got their second singles music video, Year 3000, to debut on the Disney Channel. Unfortunately, their first album with Columbia Records flopped, so Columbia let them go, and Hollywood Records quickly swept them up. They quickly released their second album, which reached top 5 on Billboard. They must have had promotion on the Disney Channel between that time. From then onwards, they guest starred in Hannah Montana, playing themselves, and collaborated on a song with Hannah Montana in the HMCU. This guest spot on Hannah Montana was a major promotion for the band. From then onwards, they had their music videos, such as SOS and Burning Up, heavily featured within the ad breaks on Disney Channel. From then, they made a docu-series on Disney Channel called Jonas Brothers Living the Dream in 2008, and later they then had roles in Camp Rock, but this was mainly featuring Joe Jonas as one of the leads. The other 2 were kind of subjected to the back. They then had a theatrical 3D live concert film, but this was not on the Disney Channel. I'm only mentioning this because of how the Disney Channel and Hollywood Records were kind of using all of their fingers to promote this band any way that they could. The Jonas Brothers then got their own show, Jonas, and Jonas LA, which was the name of the second season. I don't know why. I bet you it's a money thing. It's always a money thing. They keep on changing the names of things, and it's probably a money thing, right? So they actually did quite a lot with the Disney Channel in quite a short period of time. And I haven't even talked about their music. They released 3 albums with Hollywood Records while at their time with the Disney Channel. They released The Jonas Brothers, A Little Bit Longer, and Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. They also had contributions to the Camp Rock albums, and they were featured on other Disney Channel soundtracks on top of that. So they did a lot of music. However, not discounting their legacy on the Disney Channel, it seems to me that the Disney Channel did more for the Jonas Brothers than what the Jonas Brothers did for the Disney Channel. Does that make sense? I don't think the Jonas Brothers contributed to the legacy of the Disney Channel in any significant way. Rather, it seems that Hollywood Records and the Disney Channel used their tweenage audience to propel the Jonas Brothers into superstardom and sell millions of records. So I'm not considering the Jonas Brothers the kings of Disney Channel. I would consider them one of their biggest money-making schemes, but that's not what this video is. Let's move on. Moving on to someone that has also had a very long run on the Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Jason Dolley from Good Luck Charlie. Yeah. Oops. And you're watching Disney Channel.
Jason Dolley started his career on the Disney Channel in the movie Read It and Weep in 2006, playing the love interest of Kay or Danielle Panabaker. I can't remember which one's which. I think it's Kay. After starring in that movie, he landed the role as Newt on Cory in the House, which in retrospect had a pretty short run on the Disney Channel. However, around the time that Cory in the House was still on, he also starred in the Disney Channel original movie Minutemen in 2008 and Hatching Pete in 2009. After those 2 movies, he then landed the role as PJ Duncan on Good Luck Charlie that was very successful for the channel and ran from 2010 to 2014. It also had a movie. Furthermore, Jason Dolley Dolley also had voice roles in The Replacements and Pixie Hollow Games. Yes.
Yes!
He did a lot on the Disney Channel, from the fact that he was on it from 2006 to 2014. He was on it for 8 years. 2 TV shows, 3 movies, plus another movie that was associated with Good Luck Charlie. He did a lot on the Disney Channel, and yeah, he's a contender for the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to someone that had a longer stint on the Disney Channel than most people remember, I'm talking about...
I'm David Henrie from Wizards of Waverly Place, and you're watching Disney Channel.
David Henrie actually started on the Disney Channel playing Larry on That's So Raven. I think it's also very important to mention that he also played one of the iconic children in the flash forwards on How I Met Your Mother. It's not affiliated with the Disney Channel, but I think that's just an important role in his life. However, importantly, and most notably, he played Justin Russo on Wizards of Waverly Place from 2007 to 2012, plus the Wizards of Waverly Place movie and the TV special that happened after the show ended. David Henrie was also in Dadnat in 2009 and also made a guest appearance on Jonas. In the grand scheme of things, I think a lot of people remember David Henrie and his contribution to the Disney Channel. However, weighed up against other particular people that I've talked about, he hasn't done enough to be known as the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to David Henrie's co-star on the Wizards of Waverly Place.
Hi, I'm JT Austin from Wizards of Waverly Place, and you're watching Disney Channel.
He also did not start on the Disney Channel with the Wizards of Waverly Place. He actually had a role in a Johnny Kapahala movie in 2007. He also played Max Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place, but that's where his career ends on the channel. So he's not the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to someone that had a meme that basically went, I can't believe the Disney Channel tried to trick us into thinking that he was attractive. And I'm talking about...
Hey guys, I'm Sterling Knight from Sunny with a Chance, and you're watching Disney Channel. Check this out. That's what I do.
Sterling Knight started his career on the Disney Channel in Hannah Montana in 2007, and then 2 years later landed the role as Chad Dillon Cooper on Sunny with a Chance in 2009 to 2011. While that show was on, he filmed the movie Starstruck in 2010. Then after Demi Lovato unfortunately left Sunny with a Chance, they obviously did not want the show to end, so they tried to turn it into something different, and they turned it into So Random in 2011. It was basically the Saturday Night Live of Disney Channel. That show did not last long. Also, it did not make sense canon-wise for Chad Dillon Cooper to be a main character on So Random when he hated the show and he already had a successful show, Mackenzie Falls. It didn't really make sense in the Disney Channel universe, but besides the point. He's not the king of Disney Channel. Let's move on. Moving on to someone that I do want to talk about because I'm sorry to this man. I kind of forgot about you.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is.
I'm talking about Doc Shaw. Doc Shaw came in the second season of A Sweet Life on Deck and stayed for the duration of the show, and then pretty much as soon as the show ended, he quickly maneuvered over to Pair of Kings, where he played one of the main characters for the whole duration of the show. Most people can't do that. That's pretty much his career on the Disney Channel. I might be forgetting something, maybe he was in a Disney Channel original movie, but I feel like even though he was one of the main characters on 2 different shows, I don't really remember him. So even though I've been talking about a lot of people and their time on the show and spending a lot of time and doing several projects, technically he should be in the running, but I feel like there should also be this gut thing of, did they make an impact? And I forgot about him, so I think it would be completely unfair for me to say that he's a contender for the King of Disney. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry to this man.
Quickly moving on to one of the 2 leads in Zeke and Luther, Hutch Dano.
Вы смотрите канал Disney.
Hutch Dano actually got his start on the Disney Channel playing Bailey's ex-boyfriend before getting the role on Zeke and Luther. I don't remember which one was Zeke and which one was Luther. Luther sounds like the more goofy name, so I think Hutch Dano played Zeke.
See, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a mastermind.
On top of that, he also was in the Disney Channel original movie Den Brother, and that's where his career ends on the Disney Channel, so not the king. Let's quickly move on to Luther, which I assume is Luther, Adam Hicks, who had a little bit more of a career.
Привет, я Адам Хикс из Зика и Лютера. Вы смотрите канал Disney.
So Adam Hicks was Luther on Zeke and Luther, and then also had a recurring role in the second season of Jonas, which is, I don't remember at all. I don't really remember anything about Jonas. Furthermore, Adam Hicks was one of the leads in the Disney Channel original movie Lemonade Mouth, which had a killer soundtrack. I love Lemonade Mouth, the band. And then after Zeke and Luther ended, he also made appearances on Prank Stars and So Random. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Adam Hicks replaced Mitchell Musso on Pair of Kings for the third and final season and basically got himself into a cursed role. Furthermore, Adam Hicks also did music with the Disney Channel. He was obviously featured on the Lemonade Mouth soundtrack, but then also was featured on the Zeke and Luther soundtrack and the Shake It Up soundtrack. He made this one song with Coco Jones called Who Done It, and I for some reason remember that song and it's vivid in my mind. So it's a bop. But he's not the king. He's just not it. So, let's move on. Moving on to Jason Dolley's co-star in Good Luck Charlie.
Hi, I'm Bradley Stephen Perry from Good Luck Charlie, and you're watching Disney Channel. Whoa. Nice.
So Bradley started his career on the Disney Channel in Good Luck Charlie playing Gabe Duncan from 2010 to 2014, plus the movie, and then also starred in the movie Pants on Fire in 2014. From the end of Good Luck Charlie, he then moved on to the lead role in Mighty Med, and then after Mighty Med came to an end, he then was also in the ensemble cast for Labrats Elite Force, which was basically like a combination of Labrats and Mighty Med. This show was past my time of watching Disney Channel, so I don't know anything about it. Yeah. Furthermore, he also had a guest role in another show that I haven't seen. I didn't do it.
I'm scared, and I didn't do that.
That starred Olivia Holt that I neglectfully forgot to talk about in the Queen of Disney Channel video, but she ain't even close, okay? Furthermore, Bradley also had a recurring voice role on Descendants Wicked World. So, Bradley Stephen Perry actually did 3 television shows and a Disney Channel original movie, and then also put his fingers in the honeypot of other shows on Disney Channel, so he actually did quite a lot. This may just be my bias speaking because I didn't watch Mighty Med and Labrats Elite Force, and I didn't watch Pants on Fire. It was a bit after my time of watching Disney Channel. It may be unfair for me to say this, but I don't think he's the king of Disney Channel. Moving on to a meme of a person. The meme is making the rounds on social media right now. I don't really understand the purpose of the meme. I kind of get it, but I'm talking about...
I'm Jake Short from Ant Farm, and you're watching Disney Channel. That's how it's done.
Jake Short. Jake Short actually started his career on the Disney Channel on Zeke and Luther before landing one of the main roles in Ant Farm in 2011. After Ant Farm came to an end, he also became one of the main characters in Mighty Med with Stephen with Bradley Kevin Sterry, and then was also part of the ensemble cast for Labrats Elite Force, which I have not seen. Same thing that I'm talking about with Bradley Kevin Curry. I don't know enough to say that they're the king of Disney Channel. No, they're not the king of Disney Channel in my heart. Moving on to someone that has had a very successful career after Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Ross Lynch from Austin and Alley. And you're watching Disney Channel. Woo! Yes! Got it.
Ross Lynch played Austin in Austin and Ally. Don't be an Austin, be an ally. And then also played one of the lead roles in Teen Beach Movie and Teen Beach 2. And that's it. So I think, he's incredibly successful currently, and he did a lot since the Disney Channel, but in the grand scheme of things, he ain't the king. Finally, I want to make an honorable mention to Leo Howard. Firstly, Leo had a short on Disney Channel called Little Leo's Big Show, but Leo would be most known for playing one of the lead roles in Kicking It. Conspiracy theory, but I feel like that show was made for him. Wikipedia does not say that the show was written for him, but it seems somewhat weird that Leo Howard in real life was known for being really good at martial arts, and then Disney Channel randomly decides to create a show set in a karate dojo, and the characters need to do like karate. Anyway, Leo also had roles in Zeke and Luther, Shake It Up, and a guest appearance in Labrats island. His career on the Disney Channel was past my time, and to me, he's not the king of Disney Channel. So that is all the people I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to be talking about any of the men from Labrats.
The rats are absolutely going to hate this announcement.
I know there's quite a few to talk about, but once again, they weren't on the channel long enough before its death, right? Because Disney Channel is dead now. Even though they were on a big TV show on the Disney Channel, they weren't doing enough to secure the spot as king of the channel. And that may sound unfair, but wrong place, wrong time for them, unfortunately. So after thinking long and hard, the king of Disney Channel is David DeLuise. Just kidding. I'm sorry, that wasn't a funny joke. I'm sorry. I'll actually get to it. The king of Disney Channel is Jason Earles. I'm unsure on this pick. To be quite honest, I feel like there's several people that I can pick here. Mainly I'm thinking it's either Kyle Massey, the Sprouse twins, Jason Earles, and Mitchell Musso. And I feel like all of them have great reasons to be named the king of Disney Channel. But to me, I put a lot of weight on the fact that Jason Earles seems like a loyal best friend to the channel and will do any project that Disney Channel wants. He wants to stay booked and busy on the Disney Channel. He's done 2 very, very successful Disney Channel shows that lasted for quite a long amount of time. He's also done several voice roles and made several guest appearances on the channel still to this day, and on Disney Plus, I guess you would consider it. He is someone that I think we need to give flowers to. You've got the bigger hitters like the Sprouse twins. They did 2 incredibly successful television shows and it resulted in a movie, but so did Jason Earles, right? He was not the main character of either show, but he was an integral part. Hannah Montana had a movie, and he's done several things. He's done several movies, and I think he is, in my mind, the king of Disney Channel. But I don't feel as secure about this decision as I did the queen of Disney Channel. What do you guys think? Who do you think the king of Disney Channel is? Because I'm not sure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a video on the queen of Nickelodeon? Question mark? We'll see. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.